Hello and welcome to Oversteer's coverage of the Evo Enduro 2018. It is currently 4:24 in the morning.
But before we start with the Evo Enduro, let me show you what we experienced in Malaysia the day before.
I can hear him scream.
It's tilting a lot.
So, now that we've had a look around Kuala Lumpur and found our 15 chakras, let's get back to the action.
We're just about to head outside, go downstairs and meet Con, one of the co-organisers of this event. It's a huge 1,000 kilometre run that goes from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia all the way up to Hua Hin in Thailand. There should be more than 45 cars at this event. So stay tuned because this is going to be a good one. Okay, here we are. We're at the starting point of the Evo Enduro 2018. Everyone seems to be here. It's currently 6:20 in the morning, so everyone should be here. So let's take a look around in the car park and see what people have brought. C43, Toyota GT86, Volkswagen Jetta, our Volvo S90 that we're bringing. It's a T8 plug-in hybrid inscription model. Another GT86, Mazda MX-5, that's the NC, Volkswagen Corrado, Mercedes AMG C43, Audi A4, there's another C43 AMG. People seem to love these, a BMW 318i. So as you can see so far, there's plenty of German cars, so people love these things. I was half expecting to see a whole bunch of Protons and Perodjoas, but apparently not. Another Mercedes, and over here we have a Lotus Exige, I believe, possibly, or Elise. Apparently these guys in the Lotuses, I've been told by Con, these guys are not to be messed with, whereas we're going up from Kuala Lumpur to Hat Yai, then Hua Hin, which is about a 18 hour drive. We're stopping for one night. These guys in the Lotuses, I've been told, are going to go through the entire bloody night. Another Jeep, you wouldn't be expecting that, but there you go. Audi A5 Sportback. Moving on around the corner, we have a BMW M3 in competition spec. Another C43. That's probably, what, the fourth or fifth one we've seen so far. I've got no idea what the hell these things are, the Bufori.
And this was where it got weird. After checking out most of the participants' cars, we happened to stumble across a Bufori Geneva, trimmed in the loudest leather I'd ever seen. We were offered a ride with Felix Heller, one of Bufori's higher-ups, when the rally was about to start, and obviously we said yes. And we're off! After a quick ride in the Geneva, which ended just 13 clicks outside of Kuala Lumpur, we ended up jumping back in our Volvo S90 and had a chat with our buddy Con to find out more about the event.
Okay, here we are in the Volvo S90 with Con.
Yes.
From Evo Malaysia magazine.
Yeah.
We've just left Kuala Lumpur some time ago at around about 7 o'clock it was.
Yeah, thereabouts. So now it's 9:20 a.m.
Yep.
Yeah.
We've hit our first stop where Josh and I were in the Bufori Geneva for a little bit, but now we're in the Volvo and we have a chance to talk with Con about this run that we're doing.
Yeah.
So the cause of this is to somewhat emulate or play a homage to the Mille Miglia.
Yeah.
I can't really pronounce that.
Yeah.
That of the old time races in Italy.
Yeah.
Would you like to tell us a bit about that?
Well, it's not so much a race per se. Everybody is driving at our own pace. This is more of an informal gathering. There is no nannying. All the participants who participate in this, they book their own accommodation. You know, we just gather everybody, flag off together, we cross the border together, but everybody, you know, along the way, they make their own stops they decide to drive at whatever speed they want. They can take their detours to do some sightseeing along the way. And when we reach our destination, that's where we sit down together, have a beer, and exchange stories.
And have a laugh. So it's
Exactly.
kind of like two car meets in two separate places.
Exactly,
And
yeah.
everyone just takes their time to get there.
Yeah.
However, of course,
Yeah.
there are the few that like to indulge in some competition, maybe,
Yes.
but
yes.
not the majority of the
No,
people.
no.
After knocking down some more Ks, we all pulled over for a group brekkie, where I then caught up with a bloke named Mike who drove a Volkswagen Corrado. I'd heard that older German cars weren't too common in Malaysia, so naturally I had to ask for a ride. What year model is this Corrado?
It's 1995.
1995, same age as me. How long have you owned it for?
I got it since 2012.
2012?
Yeah.
Are you loving it so far?
Definitely.
So what about this year's run? Are you enjoying it so far? Even though we're still yet to reach the Thai border, of course.
Yes, definitely. I was looking forward to this trip because I got my son back from Canada from his studies on the
Yeah.
summer holiday,
Yeah,
and also his younger brother is joining us as well,
yeah.
Isaac, and Brian. Basically, it's also because this car eventually, I will pass it to Brian.
Yeah?
Yeah, and the
Oh.
other car to Isaac. Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. I do not know whether they want it or not, but that's what I'm going to do.
Hey guys, first things first, sorry about the microphone. I need to hold it to my mouth. It's a bit windy out here, and the shades too. It's pretty sunny. So we've pulled over on the side of the road a couple Ks before the Thai-Malay border. It's not too long, it's just up the road there. But we've pulled over on the side of the road to let all the slower guys catch up. As you can see by the Lotus up the front there, the BMs 530i, 640i, and this lovely 1995 Volkswagen Corrado 2.9 litre VR6 5-speed. Hold on a second for this truck. We were in that Corrado through these lovely Malaysian roads. They're absolutely gorgeous to be a passenger in. So from now on, we're just about to head out, and it shouldn't be long until we cross the border. Okay, so one interesting thing to note that I've seen is that these trucks, you can't see any of their mirrors, and they're just reversing like crazy. It's not much is going on right now, of course, because we just brought out the camera. But people will be wandering out behind these trucks and they'll just reverse back at 10 k's an hour, and you can't even see the mirrors, and you got to think, what the hell is going on in everyone's mind? Like, just look at this for a couple of seconds. They'll probably shout at each other. That guy will start to reverse, he'll want to go forward, and then there'll be some huge atomic accident. It's insane.
Now, with my amazingly detailed assessment of the Thai immigration car park over and done with, we jumped back in our cars and headed north for the remaining hour into Hat Yai. But even though you'll find an ox parting traffic on the highway or a child driving a motorbike, it's nothing more stressful than the average day on Sydney's Parramatta Road.
Okay, so we're currently in Hat Yai in Thailand. Yesterday we crossed over the border after about 450 kilometers of driving. It took us about 6, 7, 8 hours. Right now there's not too many of us left. There's a lot of participants who have turned back on the border. They didn't really want to come into Thailand, but the rest of us are charging on. Yesterday we had a Volvo S90 T8 inscription. However, today we're trying out the Mercedes-AMG C43.
Okay, quick status update on the journey. So earlier this morning we left Hat Yai, didn't we? At what time was that? 9 o'clock in the morning. It's currently 11:45 and we've got 525 k's to go. We're driving the Mercedes-AMG C43, and even though I have an Australian license, I'm allowed to drive in Thailand, so I'm taking full advantage of that. Now, the rest of the Evo Enduro crew,
they are the last update that I got from them, they are at least 70 kilometers ahead of us.
Yeah, so for the first time, we're the ones at the back of the pack.
We are the sweeper crew.
Yeah. Josh and I, we've noticed a couple of things on the road here that we would not see elsewhere, like in Australia. So
you will never see those in Australia.
No, we would never. What should be playing now is footage of a Toyota Hilux carrying huge, what's the fruit called?
Durians.
Durians. Okay, so they're a type of Thai fruit, and these trucks will be packed up to the brim with these things to the point where they're about 3 times higher.
Oh no, they're not packed to the brim. They're just overflowing.
Overflowing, yeah. And they're so tall, and you just got to think the center of gravity is so high they're going to fall over at any minute. But that seems to be the norm over here. We've seen plenty of them around. Later on, we should be getting lunch, but until then, it should be sweet. This was where we met Alan, a proud Toyota 86 owner and self-proclaimed racer. After quickly ducking into the supermarket and finding nothing but mystery food, we jumped in with Alan to find out more about the mods he'd done to his Toyota. There was intake and exhaust mods, coilovers and a few bits and bobs here and there. Nothing that would be considered too outrageous in Australia. But after a quick chat with Alan, we found out why Malaysia doesn't have as many modified cars as you'd probably think. So, you were saying before how expensive it is to modify your car because most of the time you'll need imported parts.
Yeah.
And Malaysia has very aggressive taxing on imported parts, don't they?
Yes, we do have tax, and parts are not just parts expensive. Currency is not in our favor.
Yeah.
That makes parts expensive.
Yeah.
So we pay 3 times more than you pay in Australia.
Yeah.
So some of the things that we do when it comes to money, how do we go around with it, is that we buy a lot of used parts from Japan.
Yeah.
There are people bringing in used parts from Japan. We call them half-cut shops, half-cut parts, and as whatever that is popular at the time, they would bring many parts. Unfortunately, for the 86, it is only getting popular now.
Yeah.
So parts are coming in slowly, and it's helping local followers to modify their cars.
After jumping back into the luggage-filled AMG, we stormed ahead for Hua Hin, eating up the Ks for an earlier than predicted arrival. Okay, so we've just finished up the official run of the Evo Enduro 2018. Now we've covered over 1,000 kilometers. I think it was 1,300 in total, 750 of which were completed in this C43 today. All 4 of us were cramped into this thing: luggage, people, snacks, food, rubbish, everything, camera gear. It's been an epic run, but there's more stuff happening tomorrow. But just because we made it to our destination didn't mean the fun was over. A quick photo op the next afternoon was followed by a dinner for everyone involved. Okay, so we just completed the Evo Enduro 2018 run, the huge run from Kuala Lumpur in Malaysia all the way up to Hua Hin in Thailand. Now, we've had a small social gathering here together for everybody to come together and meet each other again since the initial departure in Kuala Lumpur. Now, I'm joined by Con.
Hey, James.
From
Evo
Nice
Malaysia.
driving you all the way here.
Yes.
Yes.
And Bobby Ang.
Yeah, just behind the camera.
Just coming in.
Yep.
So I'd like to thank you guys for the event. It's been an absolute pleasure. I've met some amazing people, seen so many amazing cars and some amazing driving too, by the way.
Yeah, yeah.
So-
you had a good time too, as I
Yes,
recall.
I did. Yes, very much. So hopefully we should be here next year. So if you like the video, be sure to like and subscribe and visit the Oversteer website for more content. So we'll see you guys then.